She could have sworn her father said he had a late meeting this evening. What an unexpected and unpleasant surprise. "I'm certain you must have the wrong house." Raymond Fairchild stood stiffly at the door, no doubt mere seconds away from slamming it in Jake's face. "Not the wrong house," Jake said. "Lucy wrote it on her card." She peeked around the library doorway and spied Jake handing her business card to her father, a wicked smile on his face. Jake wore jeans, nice, dark, clean ones, and a polo shirt that hugged his broad shoulders and showed off his biceps. She sucked in a breath and let it out again on a sigh. What an incredibly handsome man. He cleaned up well, though he had looked mighty fine dirty, too. "I don't care where you got this card, young man. My daughter has a fiancé, and she is not, I repeat, not, going out with you tonight, tomorrow, or ever." In typical Raymond Fairchild fashion, her father made to shut the door on Jake. Lucy surged past her momentary frozen state. "Wait!" She flew out of the library and slid across the slick tiles, coming to a stop next to her father. "Graceful, thy name is not Lucy Fairchild." How embarrassing. Raymond peered down at her over his glasses, his blue eyes sharp as ever, despite the fact he was now 64 years old. His formerly dark hair had turned white, which just made him look more elegant and refined than he had when he was younger. She'd loved and worshipped him for as long as she had memories, but right now he irritated the heck out of her. "I do not have a fiancé, Father." She glared at him before turning her gaze to Jake. "I'm sorry, Jake. My father didn't know you were coming. Please come in." When her father didn't budge, she backed against him and gave him a slight nudge with her hip before opening the door wide for Jake to step in. "Thanks." Jake swept a look from her father to her, then grinned. Amused, was he? Well, she didn't find this entire awkward situation humorous at all. "Lucille, please explain." Lucy set her shoulders back and inhaled sharply. "Nothing to explain, Father. I have a date." Raymond raised a patrician brow and scanned Jake before frowning back at her. "A date?" "Yes." "With him?" "Yes." "No." "Yes." "I think not." "I think so." "Lucille, Father." Jake's snort interrupted what easily could have been an hour-long war of very short sentences. "You find something amusing?" her father asked Jake. "Yeah, you two are funny as hell. You should take this show on the road." Lucy hid the smirk that threatened to erupt, and despite the fact she'd had her reasons for canceling their date, her father's arrogant attitude toward Jake had her making an about-turn in her decision. "Let's go, Jake." "Lucille, you are not going out with this man! I forbid it!" She turned to her father, carefully controlling the fierce anger that threatened to boil into a sure-to-be-regretted-later eruption. "You do not get to tell me what to do, whom to see, or how to live my life. I'm an adult and capable of making my own choices. Good night, Father." She grabbed Jake's arm and literally hauled him out the front door. Jake opened the door on what looked to be a new cherry-red Chevy truck. Even had the back seat with the extra doors. And my, was it tall. He held out his hand while she stepped onto the side rail and hoisted herself up. "Lucille?" Jake asked with a chuckle as he hopped in on the other side. "Oh, shut up," she said, the adrenaline rush brought about by the argument with her father still zinging through her nerve endings. He gunned the engine loud enough for her father to hear. It roared in her ears and vibrated her seat. Massive, powerful, the truck was like barely contained testosterone on wheels, which pretty much described Jake Dalton. He slipped the car into gear and peeled away from the curb, burning rubber in his wake. Lucy hid the smile that lifted the corners of